Welcome back to the next part of Keeping Quiet. Stanza number 5, the next half of the explanation. Let us begin. If we were not so single minded about keeping our lives moving, and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. So here in these lines we refers to the human beings who are always thinking about their own interest, about their own progress, about their own advancement. We are like that only. Okay, we think only of for ourselves. We have become so greedy. We have even forgotten about our mother earth, and we don't even care for our brothers and sisters who live along with us and other living creatures. So here he says that if we were not so single minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence. So he said, if we were not so single minded means here, if we do not stop thinking about ourselves, it will bring chaos, it will bring destruction. Consequences will be very terrible, they will be very horrible. What the consequences will be, we will see in the next line. Okay, about keeping our lives moving. So if we keep on moving our lives, keep on thinking about our progress and advancement, then we should be ready to face the consequences, and for once could do nothing. So once, at least once, we should do nothing. Okay, so he want us to do nothing for once so that our minds can be at peace and we are able to analyze our own actions. Perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves. So, if we keep silence, if we introspect, this huge silence will interrupt the sadness of our hearts. Sadness of never understanding ourselves. One day we will regret that I have never understood myself. I have never analyzed my actions. So, if we keep silence and introspect, that danger, that fear, that sadness will get interrupted, and that we may not feel regression afterwards. Okay, and of threatening ourselves with death. And if we pause ourselves, if we introspect ourselves, if we analyze ourselves, the fear of death, the fear of death will be removed from our hearts. Okay, so huge silence can do good to us because we are able to achieve peace in this silence. It helps us to analyze ourselves and our actions. Okay, and this silence will interrupt sadness of threatening ourselves with death. Means our fear will be interrupted, means we will not be frightened of death anymore. Got it, children? So next line, perhaps the earth can teach us, as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Now I will count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. The poet says that the earth teaches us that there is life under apparent stillness. Though we will be still, okay, we can still, but the earth will be alive. So perhaps the earth can teach us, as when everything seems dead, when everything seems to be still, okay, and later proves to be alive. But under that stillness, under that calmness, we all will be alive. Our souls will be alive as it is now in this lockdown, in this coronavirus, COVID 19 pandemic period, when we are locked down in our homes. What we are doing? We are introspecting. We have time to analyze ourselves, and our bonding with our family members is becoming strong, and we are no more harming the nature. See, most of the activities are stopped. So like river Ganga is now pollution free. The pollution rate of Delhi's air has also gone down. So because we are still, okay, because we are locked in our houses, that's why our nature is safe. So so the poet, in the same way, the poet is asking us to be still. Still means not creating any harm to the nature, and to analyze our actions. Okay, so he says that now I will count up to 12. So poet want us to achieve the peace by counting up to 12. If you have not introspect till now, let us introspect with the poet. Let him count 12 and let us be still. He want us to introspect in a moment of silence. Okay? And you keep quiet and I will go. Keeping quiet doesn't mean keeping mute. It means we should avoid all such activities which hurt nature, and in turn it harms us. Okay? So only the earth is alive when everything appears to be dead. Now see, we all are still, but the earth is flourishing now in every way. All all types of spheres, lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, they all are surviving now. They all are nourished because the nature is clean, because humans are still. So in the same way, the poet wants us the earth to be alive. So though everything will be appearing dead, but actually everything will grow if we introspect, if we analyze our actions. Got it, children? So keep quiet and I will go. So keep quiet means it provides us pause to review the actions, and I will go means he wants us to be left alone and to introspect. He doesn't want to disturb us anymore. This is what the precious meaning of the poem, which we need to know properly. So, children, let us go for the poetic devices. Yes. So, here the use of repetition. Some lines are repeated, children. Let's not speak. Let's stop for 1 second. This is repetition. So please underline and write repetition. Okay. So here few more lines. Count to 12, count up to 12. This is also a repetition, and they are symbolic also, as the poet repeats his request to keep quiet for time and time, again and again. Okay, so here word 12 symbolizes it symbolizes clock time of real life. Okay, it can be 12 seconds, it can be 12 minutes, it can be 12 months. Okay, so he wants us to capture a moment from our present time. So this is symbolic. Symbolism, you can write symbolism. Then alliteration has also been used here. Hurt hands, clean clothes. This is alliteration. Yes, please make a note of it. And that is all. Metaphor, I can see Here you can see put on clean clothes. Here put on clean clothes means to shed their blood soiled clothes and to put on fresh clothes of brotherhood. So this is metaphor. Put on clean clothes. Got it, children? So please make a note of all these poetic devices. I hoped you liked my video. So do not forget to subscribe my channel and press like button. I am always ready to accept your suggestions. Okay, let us meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye. See ya.